Take on rocker Marty Jannetty and fantastic Tommy Rogers. The one-man gang gets down and dirty with the madman from Sudan, Abdullah the... Heroes of wrestling right now because time is running out. All right, Dutch Mantel, let's take a look at the ultimate grudge match. This really bad blood has been brewing over for over 15 years. It's the ace, the cowboy, Bob Orton, doing battle with his arch nemesis, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, and his manager, the manager of champions, Captain Lou Albano.
This is Captain Lou, baby. I'm talking to you. I'm standing next to one of the legends of wrestling, the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. That's right, and he's up against another legend, Bob Orton. You know, Bob Orton, in minutes this match is going to take place. You've been accusing us of all types of fallacies, all types of devious works. You're the liar, you're the cheat, you're the sneak. I'm Captain Lou, baby, and I'm telling it to you. Jimmy Snuka is finally going to whoop you, hurt you, maim you, and cripple you. So look out. Don't accuse us. I'm accusing you. You're a sneak, you're a snake, and you're a half-wit with the brain of a dehydrated BB. Put it in a pigeon or parakeet, it fly backwards. In minutes, we'll be on your back, brother. Woo, I'm Captain Lou. And I'm telling it to you.
Cowboys sitting at home, man, having a good time. Telephone rings, Fox, Stone Promotions. The heroes of wrestling. They say, Cowboy Bob, we want you to come down and wrestle Jimmy Snuka, the Superfly. I said, baby, I've been waiting for a call like this. It seems like all my life. You see, I can beat Jimmy Snuka at anything. I can beat him swimming. I can beat him shooting pool. And Jimmy Snuka, I can beat you in a wrestling ring, but let me do this. Here we are in a casino magic. Let's play a little poker. That way I can win all your money before I step in the ring and beat you tonight.
You know, Randy, listen, for years and years, this has been a seesaw grudge battle between these two wrestling legends. Sometimes Snuka and Albano got the upper hand, while at other times, the ace came out on top. So what's going to happen tonight when they settle this thing once and for all? I give the Superfly the slight edge, and for two reasons. One, his incredible aerial abilities coming off that top rope, and reason number two, Snuka's got the most successful manager of all time in his corner, Captain Lou Albano. Look at Albano's stats. No one has come up with more wrestling winners than the captain. But I know one thing, the baddest man west of the Mississippi, Cowboy Bob Orton, will have something up his sleeve, and you can bet the mortgage that both Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Captain Lou Albano, they ain't gonna like it one bit.
I'm gonna take 2. 21. Pay me.
What's going on here? Again, what's going on? Jimmy, the guy's a crook. I'm telling you right now, the guy's a crook, Jimmy. Here, the guy is a crook and a thief. Go ahead. Go
man, let me tell you something.
Hey, Jimmy, look at that card. Look at the card here, Jimmy. Look at that. Underneath this belt. Look at that, Jimmy.
I don't know where the son bitch is.
You're the crook, you thieving half-wit, you moron. No, don't put your hand at me. Go ahead, hit him. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead, hit the son of a dirty button. That's it. Get him back.
Okay, lock it in. Cowboy Bob Orton versus Jimmy Superfly Snuka with manager Captain Lou Albano. So order right now. And if you've got DirecTV, please use your remote to order, because Heroes of Wrestling is not far off from becoming a reality.
Randy, let's talk about the biggest, and I mean biggest, grudge match and the main event on tonight's Heroes of Wrestling. And you ask any fan who the biggest and baddest of them all, just one name comes to mind: King Kong Bundy.
Actually, for me, Dutch, the biggest name that comes to mind is the giant of a man, the former Yokozuna.
You know, Randy, you're dead wrong. I'm here to tell you and everybody else that the biggest dude to ever step in the ring is none other than King Kong Bundy. Hey, he's 6'3", he's over 450 pounds. Kong is rightfully called the walking condominium, and no one has ever come back from his legendary avalanche splash. He's the absolute baddest of them all, and he's here to prove it.
That's right. You're looking at the living legend, King Kong Bundy. And Porkazuna, I've got a couple words to say to you, punk. This match is to show who's the biggest, baddest man in professional wrestling. And you know, punk, that ain't you. That's King Kong Bundy, the living legend. It's going to be the avalanche. It's going to be the 5 count. It's going to be the end of you, Yokozuna.
Dutch, that's an impressive comment, but I think that big outweighs bad in this one. And there's no one, but no one, bigger than the former Yokozuna. Check this out. He's 6'3". He weighs over 650 pounds. He's a WWF World Heavyweight Champion, a former WWF Tag Team Champion. He's the guy who single-handedly brought the end to Hulkamania.
King Kong Bundy, you want some of this, big man? But I'm gonna tell you something, boy. I'm the biggest man in the professional wrestling. I'm the one that got all the gold. You heard me? So if you want some, come on down to my land. Heroes of Wrestling. Banzai!
Regardless of what you think, regardless of what I think, regardless of what any of you fans think, this one's going to be settled in the ring in the 1,000-pound war.
That's right. You're going to see over a half a ton of raging fury. It's the former Yokozuna versus King Kong Bundy, with the winner crowned as the biggest and the baddest of all time. And you'll only see it right here live tonight on Heroes of Wrestling. Do it now. Order Heroes of Wrestling right now. Now, if you've got DirecTV, use your remote to order. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this important message.
Sunday, October 10th, a once-in-a-lifetime live event. Legendary grudge matches settled once and for all. Only on pay-per-view. Heroes of Wrestling. Two-time WWF champion, the former Yokozuna. George the Animal Steel. King Kong Bundy. Jake the Snake Roberts. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Captain Lou Albano. Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Luke and Butch, formerly the Bushwhackers. Want more Heroes of Wrestling? You're only gonna get them on pay-per-view. Tully Blanchard, Marty Jannetty, Fantastic Tommy Rogers, The Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, Cowboy Bob Orton, Nick Bockwinkel, Sweet Stan Lane, Sherry Martel, Sensational, so many more. Hosted by the one and only Gordon Soley. Legendary grudge matches will be settled once and for all in this one-time only mega event. Heroes of Wrestling, live from Casino Magic, live Sunday, October 10th, only on pay-per-view.
And welcome back to the Heroes of Wrestling special preview show. Here's what's locked and loaded so far tonight. A once-in-a-lifetime grudge match extravaganza, the 1,000-pound war. And the Heroes of Wrestling main event, the 650-pound former Yokozuna versus King Kong Bundy.
Okay, I just can't wait to see how this match is settled. The ultimate grudge match. Cowboy Bob Orton gets it on with Jimmy Superfly Snuka, managed by Captain Lou Albano. I can't wait to see that one.
That ought to be a good one, no question about it. That's reason enough to order Heroes of Wrestling. But there's so much more in store.
That's right, Randy. How about Jake the Snake Roberts banging heads with arch rival Jim the Anvil Neidhart? Randy, you know there's been a lot of bad blood between these two superstars over the years, and I, for one, I'm going with the Anvil. Look at what Neidhart's got going for him. He's got strength, agility, athleticism, and the Anvil's also got a lot of former WWF gold in his corner.
Once again, Dutch Mantel, I have to differ here. Jake the Snake Roberts is one of the best-known names in wrestling. He's crafty, he's wily, and obviously he's very unpredictable. Plus, intangibles have to come into play. One slimy, 14-foot, very long intangible in particular is sure to be in Jake's corner.
Only a fool, Anvil, would think about just because you're at the casino, you should gamble. You gamble with certain things, maybe money, that's fine if you got plenty of it. Afford to lose. But when you gamble, when you step into the ring with Jake the Snake, that's not a smart gamble. Why? Because there are no winners, Anvil. The Snake waits around the corner. Jake, the one you should keep your eyes on, he's waiting around the corner, he's face to face with you. He reaches up, he slaps you. He gets your attention. Then what does he do, Anvil? Come on, think. You might be thick, but you remember, once I hook that DDT and take you to the floor, that's when the Snake has his day. Enjoy the gamble, if you will. Just make sure it's at the casino, not in the ring with me.
Looks like this one's got the makings to be one of the best of the night.
Well, let's now take a look at the two most vicious combatants of all time, getting it on to see who's the absolute meanest superstar of all time. The one-man gang versus the madman from Sudan, Abdullah the Butcher.
You know, this one's bad to the bone. These two legends are known for being totally merciless both in and out of the ring. The best way I can put this, Randy, is that when the one-man gang and Abdullah the Butcher collide, it's going to be like a nuclear bomb going off. And I, for one, I want to be as far away from ground zero when this one blows.
Abdullah the Butcher, the one-man gang is looking for you. No mercy will be given. And when it's all said and done, you, Abdullah, will be another victim. This is not going to be for the weak of heart or the weak of stomach, because I, the one-man gang, am taking you out once and for all.
We need to put the area blood banks on red alert. It's the one-man gang versus Abdullah the Butcher, and it's coming your way only on Heroes of Wrestling. So order now, and if you have DirecTV, you can use your remote to order. Dutch Mantel, 2 huge tag team grudge matches explode tonight. Luke and Butch, formerly known as the Bushwhackers, they're going to get wild and crazy with the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. Plus the Samoan SWAT team, along with the original member, Seeker, run smack into Rocker, Marty Jannetty, and fantastic Tommy Rogers. A pair of unforgettable matchups with a lot, and I mean a lot, of history behind them.
You know, I'm getting excited about seeing these two loons from down under, Luke and Butch, taking on the Sheik and Volkov. Luke and Butch are wild, they're weird, and they're proven winners. Now, if I had to pick exact opposites of the Bushwhackers, I'd pick the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. Why? Because they're both systematic, methodical, and brutal. And they're both deeply dedicated to their way of life in the East, whether it be Iran or the former Soviet Union. This grudge tag team match goes way beyond the ring. It's about 2 very different lifestyles, and which one is better.
The other high-energy tag team grudge match slated for tonight's Heroes of Wrestling is the Samoan SWAT team with Sika busting it up with the Rocker, Marty Jannetty, and fantastic Tommy Rogers.
So, Randy, once again, you got a major culture clash going on here. Jannetty and Rogers represent what's great about America. On the other hand, Samoan SWAT team with Sika have got some huge problems with everything that Jannetty and Rogers stand for.
Tell him, big brother.
Come on, Rogers, Marty Jannetty. Let me tell you something, little men. When you come to the ring, come out there, be prepared. Stand up, because you gotta be a man to take the butt whipping we're about to put on yourself. So pack a lunch, strap them Nikes on tight, and tell them, David.
Sarofatanata Samoa, for making Akalangiako, or Maua Masamu, Mumela Mua. So bring them on, one by one. We'll knock them down. We're the best tag team in the world today, and that's the SST.
2 titanic tag team grudge matches that just cannot be missed tonight, live on Heroes of Wrestling.
Okay, I want to talk about the weirdest grudge match of all time, which I'm calling Beauty and the Beast. Now, here's the beautiful part. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Now, the Hammer is, without a doubt, in my opinion, the most beautiful technical wrestler to ever enter the squared circle. And the Hammer's technical proficiency has paid off in WWF Gold and WCW Gold. Plus, his punishing figure-4 leg lock, hey, it's a beautiful thing.
So much for the beauty, but what about the Beast?
Well, listen, the Hammer's got to contend with a total certified lunatic. George the Animal Steel. He's got the green tongue working. He's got matted hair all over the body. Plus, you know, the way he just devastates the ring. He belongs in an insane asylum more than here at the Heroes of Wrestling.
And furthermore, we can't define yet the unexplained relationship between